is Monday, the 8th of January, and I just wanted basically to come up or talk about this issue of the so-called plans or the agreements to bring in the Palestinian refugees in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, obviously, this is the something that is being talked about quite recently on different the news is that there is an arrangement between the Israeli government and the Congolese government to bringing the Palestinians into Congo, or the those that are fleeing from Gaza into the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, obviously, people pick up a lot of these things. I think it's the French, two or three French media outlets that came up with this story, and then it's been picked by other media outlets as well, and then they started basically talking about this as if this was true. Now, obviously, a lot of people in doing this sort of work, I understand that obviously the social media nowadays, I mean, has all sorts of people that are wanting to pass on information, but unfortunately, not a lot of people do spend time really to deep and get the real information that people need to hear. But as far as this issue is concerned, I just wanted to say, based on the research that I have done, it appears that all these are just basically rumors. Nothing is said that the Congolese government, even the Israeli government, have deny the suggestion that they had a conversation with the Congolese government along these lines. Now, as you may imagine, the situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo, just with the newly elected president Fachi Beto, there are so many people in the Western world that are not happy with him, and obviously would want to throw in anything that will tarnish his image or make the people actually disagree with him or do not to like him. They will go to no end of trouble to do that. Now, knowing that they have actually failed during the elections basically to push in the candidate that they wanted, so now the battle has, if you like, shifted. Now they want to do anything that they can to get the Congolese people to believe that this president is not going to bring peace in the country at all. And we can see this just by the kind of propaganda that is going on at the moment. So they'll pick up on any story and then we'll just kind of say it as if it was a true reality, when in fact it isn't. And this is basically what we're saying. So just to say that there is no agreement between the Congolese government and the Israeli government, nothing whatsoever that talks about the Palestinians or Gaza refugees to come into the Democratic of Congo. This is just basically people making up stories, and also the Western media just trying to smear campaign the current president for reasons that are obvious. Now, we need to know and understand that President Tshisekedi being re-elected again by the majority in the Democratic Republic of Congo has not actually pleased the Western world, because they had a different agenda, and they still have a different agenda for the Democratic Republic of Congo, one which the president does not like. And then obviously many people thought in the West, that is, that during the elections, he had a nationalistic speech or tendency, which I believed he has every right to, and Congolese people loved him because of it, because of what has happened in the past and what is likely to happen unless something happens. So it's only fair to know that he is there to defend his country and his people, and he has made it clear that he will do whatever it takes in order for him to bring about prosperity in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And bringing that prosperity means sometimes that you have to be tough and maybe make decisions that will displease some people in the West. But at the end of the day, he's chosen to be in that position by the Congolese people, and it's not the Western world that has put him there. Now, he could be accountable to them if he was actually placed there by the Western world, which isn't the case, and that's the reason why he owes it to Congolese people to do everything in his power to get everything moving forward. So, just to reiterate again the fact that no refugees from Gaza is going to the DRC. We currently have an issue with the in the eastern part of the Congo with Rwanda, all to do with some refugees or people that came from Rwanda into the DRC, into the eastern part of the DRC, and they have been causing problems for the last 25 years or more. And I don't think at this stage that the country is going to open up borders to bring in more refugees. That is not going to happen, according to the information that I have. No, that such a thought is not even being entertained. What we do know is the fact that they are the group from SADC that have basically come into the country in order to help stabilize or at least get rid of the rebels in the eastern part of Congo. And that is just very, very important for us to know that there is a war that is actually taking place there, and it hasn't come to an end yet. So I cannot imagine that in the midst of all of this, the Congolese government would think, no, think of bringing other refugees into the DRC. Such a thought can only come from people who do not like the current president, and for that reason as well, do not like the Democratic Republic of Congo, because all people see into it is just their self-interest. They're only thinking like, how can we go and make the most that we can out of it? That is looting, and that is, if you like, break up the country. I mean, that has been on the cards for many years. It has already been decided that they wanted to break up the DRC into 5 different countries, and these kind of thoughts and the people that harbor them, they will go to no end of trouble to basically bring about their evil plan into fruition. But that is not going to happen so long as Congolese people have the mentality that Fachi Beton has. It's not going to happen, and that's one of the reasons why they're having difficult time with him. But truth must be said, the Congolese people have had enough of it, and they don't want anything to they don't want the current president to give into the manipulation and the pressures of the Western world just in order to please the Western countries, and no, that's not going to happen. So we see the current president there very strong on his position and wants the Congo to move forward, and he will do whatever it takes. Even if it means saying no to some so-called powers, decision makers, but they haven't made any decision on him, and he wouldn't allow them to make decisions on what happens in internal affairs of the DRC. Obviously, I know we live in a global situation here, or globalization, but that means that it's going to happen, as always said in the past, it has to be a win-win situation. And I applaud him really for standing strong and really wanting to fight for the people and wanting to make sure that, Congolese people actually get what they deserve. For many years, been neglected, and other international companies and powerful companies have come in and they've taken, but the Congolese people are always at the mercy. They're always the victim. But with him, things are changing, and it will continue to do so. So this is why I really applaud him. And I do believe that Congo is rising and it's going to go forward. Yeah. Last note on that again: no Gaza refugees in Congo. No such talks have ever taken place. We'll bring you some more news on the situation in the DRC. Thank you again. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now.